Murnane-O'Connor.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach. Minister, would you provide further details on the veterinary degree to be provided by the South East Technological University? A really good story. Thank you, Minister.
Thanks, Deputy Murnane-O'Connor. Listen, just first I want to congratulate you and all in the South East on the very successful outcome and what is wonderful news for the region. I know it's something that you worked very hard for. With your colleagues, and certainly we had a lot of engagement on. And I know it's been the news has been wonderfully well received in the North West, as indeed it has been in the South East. So it is exciting news indeed, and I think it's a real vote of confidence in our agriculture sector in the South East. It's a real vote of confidence in the region, and it's also a real vote of confidence as well in the technological university sector. Yeah. Wonderful achievement for SETU, and of course with Kildalton College, who have a wonderful reputation as a Chuggis college, now very much at the centre of veterinary medicine education going forward into the future too. And listen, I was really delighted with Minister for Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science, Minister Patrick O'Donovan, to make the announcement which you were at the Ploughing Championships that there will be a location. So there's going to be 80 new veterinary places annually, 40 for the South East Technological University, Kildalton, and 40 for ATU at Kenny Mount Bellew. So that'll mean at full capacity, it's a 5-year course, at full capacity there will be 200 students, veterinary students studying at SETU and at Kildalton. This has been made possible through a joint capital investment by my 25 million from my department and 25 million euro from Minister O'Donovan's. And it's unusual for capital funding to be provided outside of the Department of Further Education. Normally it's entirely funded through the Department of Further Education, but given the absolute importance of needing new veterinary places in the country, I agreed to partner in terms of the capital funding and deliver 25 million to be able to deliver these new veterinary places. So far, up until now, we've only ever had one veterinary college in the island, which is a top-class college in UCD, with 90 places a year. But now we're adding to, between them we'll have 80 places a year. And I certainly hope that it means going forward the many young people who have a great passion for pursuing a veterinary career, of which about 100 per year up until now have been going abroad, particularly Eastern Europe, to pursue their education. They will now be able to not just pursue that education in our country, but are for many people now in their home regions, and particularly in the South East.
Thank you, Minister. And I, as you said, was at the ploughing and very honoured to be there when you announced this with our Higher Education Minister as well. And as you said, you know, from your own budget, given 25 million was so important that everybody was working together. And I personally know Kildalton well. My son was a horticulturist there. Well, he did horticulturist for nearly over 3 years, but he's now in the Guard. But anyhow, he loved that too. But it's a fabulous college. I mean, we are so lucky now that in the South East, you know, that we are a university, and I want to congratulate everyone. I want to congratulate you, Minister, but everyone involved through Chuggis, through SETU, have put in all the work into this, and it is a game changer for the South East. It is great to know that we will have 40 places every year of veterinary students going through our South East area, which is excellent. And if you look at the figures, that there's over 20% of the state's agriculture output. So we have, in the South East, we have over 12,000 farms between beef, dairy, sheep and bloodstock. And that'll show you what a big farming sector our South East is. So it's really welcome, and it's a good news story. Thank you.
Minister.
Thanks, Deputy. And the plan is, pending all registrations and preparations have been put in place, that we'll see the first intake of students in the South East, in Waterford and in Kildalton in September of 2026. So just under 2 years away. Obviously the recruitment and the scaling up and the accommodations and infrastructure needed to be put in place will happen between now and then, but that's not far away indeed. And from that point on, every year we'll see it grow to that maximum of 200 students. So listen, it's a great, it's a culmination of a very long process, a very thorough process. I'd like to likewise congratulate all at SETU and at Kildalton for the strength of their application. I was very clear as Minister that we needed to make sure there was regional balance, but also we need to make sure as well that we had a particular focus on large animal large animals, because there's a particular challenge in relation to making sure that in terms of underpinning and supporting our farming sector going forward, that we have large animal vets as well that can support our farmers. And I think both the South East and the North West applications had a particular focus on that, and I think it will be really important for our farming sector going forward too.
Yeah, again, just Minister, when I was at the ploughing and the announcement was made, the amount of families that came in and students asking about this course, because as you said, a lot of students went out of the country to study veterinary, and now that we have this course and we have the extra places in the South East, and I'm only focusing on the South East, Minister, it's so important. And I will ask that there would be information given to students when they are doing their leave inserts or when they can apply or whatever, because it is important that, you know, students that are interested in veterinary now, that they know this is happening, and I know they do, but we need to give the information out there to the colleges around the country, that we make sure now that this is such a great news story. And I just again want to thank everyone involved, and for the South East, I think it's another game changer. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that the South East Technological University and Kildalton will now make all of the information known, and obviously it will become parts of the options, course options available to young students as they complete their leaving cert. So I think it's a really exciting opportunity, and it's great to see it happening in a local area. Obviously, it's prohibitively expensive for young people to have to go abroad to pursue what is their passion, and now we're nearly doubling the amount of annual intake that there will be into veterinary, and that's a really great step forward. So listen, thanks again to yourself, Deputy Murnane-O'Connor, for your consistent backing of this. I know there was strong support from all of our government colleagues in relation to this. Indeed, there was, in the South East in particular, a cross-party, cross-county group, which Senator Malcolm Byrne chaired, and which you were a key driver of as well. I think it was a very strong effort, and I'm delighted to see it come to the point now where we have a date set for the intake, and a really successful and exciting outcome for the South East and the North West.
Thank you.